Hello out there and welcome to Peter's online tutor. Today we shall be considering what mathematics. Now we are still on circuit geometry. So we have another type of question on circuit geometry what's on the board. Okay, so this is what a triangle and then the vertices are touching the circumference of the circle. Okay, here is 26 degree, here is 50 degree. Okay, then this is what m. All right, we are asked to find what the value of what of m. Okay, now how do we solve this kind of question? Okay, now how do we solve a question like this? Let us go. Now, solution. If we look at this question, we are asked to find m and n. All right, so let me draw a straight line like this. A straight line like this. Look at this. All right. Now, if we look at this straight line, now this is what a chord, another chord, then another what, another chord. All right. Now, for this particular chord, remember that if we have a circle like this, okay, then we have a chord like this, all right, and then we'll form a triangle, okay, and this is a center. Am I communicating? Now, this angle and this angle are what are equal. The same thing with this side and this side. This is called the radius. Here too is called what? The radius. So the radius are of the same values. So if the radius are of the same values, of course, the angles also are the same. All right. So we have the same angle and then we have the same what? The same radius. Am I? Now it shows that if there is 26, here too is 26 degree. Don't forget. Am I communicating? So if here is 26, here too is what? Is 26. Okay? Now, if here is 26, what is now this angle? Remember that the whole angle here is 50 degree. Okay? And then part of it is what? Is 26 degree. So obviously, this angle now becomes 50 minus 26. And that gives us what? 24. So here is what? Is 24 degree. Is that understood? So that 26 degree plus 24 degree gives us what? 50 degree. Am I communicating? Now, this is what another chord. Okay? Now, this is what another triangle. Okay? So, the angle here and the angle here are what? Are the same. So, therefore, we can conclude by saying n equals what? 24 degree. Okay? Now, what is the reason? Base angle of isosceles what? Triangle. Base angle of isosceles what? Triangle. All right. So the angles are what? Are the same. Am I communicating? Now we are now asked to find what? M. So how do we find M? Okay. Now look at this. Look at this. Now let me call this angle here. Let's say A. Am I communicating? Now remember that if I consider this shape, okay, I'm looking at just look at my hand. I'm talking about the shape. Like this, okay. Now this is what the angle at the center, while this is the angle at the circumference. So I can write this by saying here is O, so I can say y o z, that is the angle at the center, is twice the angle at the circumference, which is what? Y x z. Okay, so y x z is the angle at the circumference, which is what? 50 degree. Am I communicating? So YOZ now, YOZ, which is A, is equal to 2 times. Now the angle at the what? At the circumference is what? Is 50 degree. Am I communicating? So my A now is equal to 2 times 50 is what? 100 degree. Okay, so my YOZ, okay? So therefore, YOZ equals what? 100 degree. Is that understood? Good. Now, check out A and M. A and M are angles at a point. So, what is the angle at the point? It's 360 degrees. So, I can write this. I can write A plus M equals 360 degrees. Okay, please take note of this. A plus M equals 360 degrees because they are both at a particular point O. Is that clear? Now, my A is 100 degrees plus M equals 360 degree. Okay, so my M now equals 360 degree minus what? 100 degree. And that gives us what? 260 degree. So So the reflex angle, which is M now, is what class? 260 degree. Is that clear? Good. I strongly believe that you love what you have seen so far. Please, if you have not been following me, try and follow me. Okay, click on that subscription button, like, share, and comment on this video. Thank you.